Hey, it was good. You tuned in with your nigga Nes Bandit, and this is the 40 Thieves podcast with your boy Q.
All right. We back with Nes Bandit, 40 Thieves podcast. We about to get into some more in-depth questions with Nes, my man's over here. So, I know this is a question. You know, people probably won't really understand this because, we got a lot of artists out there that claim that they don't write no more and, everybody's a freestyler, one take wonder. But I'm going to ask you this because I know you're real. What is your writing process like? How do you amp yourself up? How do you get that clear mind and, focus? You know what I mean, to get ready to write for a project or write for a single or even for a feature, something like that.
Yeah, I know a couple months ago when Beanie Siegel came, out of hiatus and was working with Meek Mill, and I found it interesting because I was a huge fan of Beanie Siegel, and to learn that his writing process. He was like, yo, I just write to the beat. You throw up a beat to me. If I dig it, I'll write to it. But outside of that, I go back to business. I go back to the streets. I go back to other things. And for me, I think that's just how I've always been, man. Like, when I do write, it's for a specific, reason. It's for a specific moment. So, with my company SCL, Summa Cum Laude. Shouts to my producers Mo Reese, MAS, my homie Daryl Hoffman out of the Shy. When they send me music every month, out of that music they send, I kind of select the dopest beats, or just the beats that fit a specific space in my album that I'm currently working on. So maybe if I'm early in the album and I need like an intro track and I'm looking for something with a higher tempo. Then I sit down and I kind of just write my thoughts around a concept from there. If I'm later in the album and I need something that's more mellow or something for the women, then I kind of pick out that kind of commercial pop beat and I write a song that can get played whether you at your local high school or you at the strip club. So I really like to write for the specific scenario. I have a studio in Fishers, Indiana, and I just literally sit there, roll up some good, sticky icky, turn the lights out, listen to the beat, and then I start picturing a movie. Like I try to envision where is this beat taking me.
So, my man Nes, earlier you mentioned that you was from the East Coast, Philly and those parts.
Right.
So what brings you to the Midwest? What brings you to Indianapolis,
Man, shit. My past life, like, after I graduated out of Lenape High School. Shouts to Lenape, Medford, New Jersey, Mount Laurel, state champions, I think year 2004 in basketball. But after I graduated out of Lenape in 2003, I moved down to Florida, started going to school at Florida A&M University. Shouts to FAMU, shouts to Alpha Kappa Psi Business Fraternity, the Omega Z chapter. But did about a couple years down there at FAMU, did a couple internships. I was blessed to get a job. I say to anybody, like if you want to get into business, sell something that you believe in. You can make money off of anything, but trust me, it's not rewarding until you're selling something that you actually believe in. So after that opportunity, I was able to transition over to pharmaceutical sales. And after knocking out like a good 8 months of growing business in Tampa, I was promoted to Indianapolis in January of 2014. And the last 2 years, been doing pharmaceutical sales up here in Indianapolis. And as recent as Labor Day of 2016, I woke up one day and was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I just want to do music, man. Like, if I'm really going to be wealthy one day, I got to work for myself. So once I felt that, and after months of eating that, and making money from that, it came a time, Labor Day weekend was that time for me to say, you know what, with 3 months left in the year, fuck it. I'm going to make more money working for myself than I'm going to make working for somebody that doesn't respect who I am as a person. So now, now we're 6 months later. So 6 months later, my first podcast, 40 Thieves, your boy Q hosting it. And God willing, this is the opportunity where I can get fans to start purchasing my music. And I never will need to go back to corporate America ever again. I'm working for myself from this day on. Fuck that. Gullah Geechee. That's what I am.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's the American dream, to be your own boss. We on boss level.
Yes, sir.
So we gotta get it how we get it.
All day.
So let's get back to the music. Yeah, we'll keep rolling. You did a good job on this one too. So we're gonna go to this next question from my man Nes is in the building.
Yes. Nes.
So what makes this project Black Nobility different from your previous project New World Idol? Can you give us some insight on that?
Yeah. Well, again, with New World Idol, it was my experience all the way up to the point of growing up as a preacher's kid and seeing the hypocrisy behind the scenes in the church, as well as all these false idols that we see now in entertainment. So, with New World Idol, it was really just my story of a David versus Goliath to say, I'm here to, take down all these false idols in entertainment. Black Nobility, the difference with that, Black Nobility is now being out of the church. I'm now beginning to understand my inheritance as being a child of, the Israelites, a Hebrew child of God. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm drunk now. I can't even put words together.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
All I can say at the end of the day, listen. I just want to spit the truth, man. That's it. I just want to spit the truth. I don't have no machine over me. I don't have no record label over me telling me what I need to rap about or what I need to talk about. I'm just trying to talk about the experiences that I've grown up with that are relevant today.
So, sticking to the Black Nobility album, you just gave us your thoughts on, New World Idol, how you evolved with that one, and to the Black Nobility album. Which songs on the Black Nobility album should the fans check out first? First of all, tell me which ones are your favorite songs? Which ones do you like the most? And then you give me which ones the fans should check out. I guess it's all one and the same, probably.
Right. Yeah. Man, I honestly, when I developed Black Nobility, I wanted to make an album that no one would want to skip through. So if you're going to start with Black Nobility, you got to start with track 1. It's called God, and it just tells you, specifically why I'm here to do what I do. Outside of that, man, depends on who you are as an individual. So if you are, if you're another black male that hates the stereotypes of being called lazy, then I would say, man, jump right to track 2, Work Hard. It talks about the stereotypes that they place on black males as being lazy in the workforce. If you're somebody that knows your history, that knows where we came from, but is trying to move, and progress to another level, I would say go right to, I think, track 4. It's called Against the Wind. Against the Wind featuring Alexis Garrett is a song that pretty much talks about just being, a black male or black female, how we always have to go against this like invisible force in order for us to receive the same recognition as our counterparts from other communities. Yeah. And if you're about your money, then man, I say, man, go straight to track 11, man. It's called Melanin Money, man. It's all about, building up your black wealth and all that. In between all that, I say that really there's nothing really to skip, man. Just play it all the way through. Black Nobility is a movie.
Right, you said play that joint from 1 to infinity, huh?
Straight up.
I feel you.
And go back to track 1 after that.
All right. So, it's been a lot of news, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things been going on in hip hop,
Sure.
a lot of situations. And, me, myself, I'm not only an artist myself, but I'm a fan of hip hop, and I keep up with all the latest news and what's going on.
Okay.
I just want to get your thoughts on some of the things that's going on, current events that's going on with hip hop. First of all, I just want to know, what's your thoughts on Nick Cannon quitting America's Got Talent? I shouldn't even say it no more.
Yeah.
We heard the news. It felt like he felt like he shouldn't be ordered around, or he's not going to be controlled by nobody. Which I can kind of respect that, and it's kind of like some of the stuff that you were speaking on, and some of the stuff we can listen to.
Yeah, man. If anything, man. I mean, man, Nick Cannon. I'll be honest. I mean, that's one person I would love to meet in life. I think he'd be a great mentor. Going back to the whole, business tip, like, I think he's a person that can really show me just how to, create a sound business around my music and around my art and around my brand. But, I just want to, really just, man, salute Nick Cannon just for, being able to stick to your guns, man. With this new knowledge, I'm just like you, brother. Like, I'm really starting to come to this understanding of who I truly am as a Hebrew child, as a child that's of the same Israelites of the Bible, and to know that, I feel, comes with great responsibility, comes with great confidence, and a person like Nick Cannon who has the whole world in front of him. I mean, this guy had Nick at Night, still as a teenager, and been doing starring movie roles with Drumline and. Working with one of my FAMU alumni, William Packer, on movies and stuff, like, wilding out. Like, this dude got money out the wazoo, but yet, for him to still be able to continuously learn new things and seek understanding about his culture and about his inheritance, I think that's the coolest thing in the world. So for him to be able to look at his, to be able to speak back to his business partners or even his bosses at America's Got Talent, and be like, yo, listen, if you don't respect this, F you, I'm out. Man, I think Nick Cannon is if y'all didn't respect Nick Cannon yesterday, you need to respect him now, man. That's a real nigga. And I wish I could work with Nick Cannon directly, because I think he could take my career to a whole nother level, and I would love to learn more about the things that he's learning about when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite movement, when it comes to African American community, and where we need to be in the future so that we can actually be self-sufficient rather than being dependent on white supremacy, let's be honest.
Word. Straight true.
Straight up.
Alright. So, we also got some more news in hip hop, we got a couple of individuals reuniting in the industry. I want to get your thoughts on that. So, I know you heard about, Jim Jones signing with Rock Nation and his recent Countdown Response video. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, I mean, first and foremost, man, just shouts out to Dipset, man. I'm a nigga from Jersey, man, and man, my first car was a Nissan Sentra in about like 2000, 2001. I'm 16 years old, South Jersey, a junior in high school, and if it wasn't for Dipset, man, I wouldn't have something to knock, with when I'm riding and picking up chicks at the mall back in high school. Man, so I truly follow the Dipset movement. Shouts to, Cam, shouts to Capo, shouts to Jewels, Hellrail, everybody, Freaky, what's up, like everybody. So with that said, man, it's just really interesting to see 15 years later, how those relationships were not as strong as we thought they were, Now, a person like me as a business guy, if anything, I respect that, because I feel like, at the end of the day, put your issues aside so that as a team we could all, put this business out there, get this money together, get this message out there, get this unity out there. For their unity, it was Dipset. Fast forward, shouts to Jim Jones, man. On My Way to Church, his first album, like I think that's the most underrated album in the last 15 or 16 years or so, since the 2000s. If anything, I think Jim Jones is, this is your time, brother. Like, I feel like since day one, you wanted to be independent, you wanted to be a leader. It's your time right now, man. You got your fans out here. We out here, brother. Like, if anyone bumped, On Your Way to Church more than anybody, it was me. With that said, though, man, I really wish that there was a better opportunity that, you could work with your brother Cam. So from Cam's podcast, it definitely sounded like he admitted that, one, he made those T-shirts, that were kind of cracking at Jim Jones's, him and his wife's relationship. So Cam admitted that, if this hurts you, brother, I'm sorry. So I always say to Jim Jones, man, look, brother, I'm from the outside, so please don't take this disrespectfully. Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Nes Bandit, and these are my quotes of the week. Let's first start. Now, this is a quote coming from Nick Cannon, and this is in regards to Nick Cannon quitting America's Got Talent. My soul won't allow me to be in business with corporations that attempt to frown on freedom of speech, censor artists, and question cultural choices. Very true. This next quote comes from Tariq Nasheed in regards to this R&B singer. I never heard of her before, but her name is Joy Villa. But I guess at the Grammys, she rocked this, Let's Make America Great Again dress. She looked bad as hell, I ain't gonna front. The girl's sexy as shit, but she is a suspected bed wench. But this is a quote from Tariq Nasheed. Cooning comes with an audience. People only coon to be seen. Very true. So very true. And let's see. My last quote is coming from Boyce Watkins. If you're ever trying to get financial advice, especially being, African American male or female, please follow Boyce Watkins on YouTube. But this was actually Boyce Watkins' response to Nick Cannon quitting America's Got Talent. And just put this in a frame of reference. He was speaking to just systematic oppression, and his quote was, from the system's point of view, how the system looks at, African American men and African American women, this is how the system thinks of us. And I quote from Boyce Watkins: oppression only works with hope. If you calm down, shut up, and do what I tell you, even you could be the next Barack and Michelle Obama. That's deep. That's very deep. So these are the quotes of the week. Check us out. Hey, I just want to thank everybody again for tuning in to the first episode of Nes Bandit and the 40 Thieves podcast, hosted by your boy Q. Please, for all new fans, all new followers of the Nes Bandit movement, please check me out at nesbandit.com. You can check out my new music video, Paper's Legit. You can also check out my new album, Black Nobility. Right now it's on sale before it goes on iTunes. In the meantime, check out my lookbook. Check out my merch page. 40 Thieves Apparel coming soon. And please follow me weekly on my blog at nesbandit.com. I'm going to give you this new 40 Thieves podcast, as well as any other new information that's going to be hitting the streets. So stay blessed. It's your boy Nes. Word. Peace.
All right. It wraps it up. Nes Bandit.
Yes, sir.
We out.
Out here.
Black on black, black on 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 black, black on black on black, black on black on black, black on black crime, lock and load is drill time. So I'm praying for my foes, they can get it anytime on the corner. Turn your baby's mama to a mourner. Fucking with my money, man, her brother should have warned her or joined her. In the freezing basement, bloody torture, we vultures, picking at our rivals for the culture.